Welcome to All Frame Productions. My name is Chris, and today we are playing Mighty Number 9 yet again because Mighty Number 9 is cool. I gotta go through all the stages, gotta beat it. Short game, but look, it's still fun. Alright, so today we're going back to the French language, and today we're fighting against Seismic. Seismic is the quintessential, builder, gutsman, Earth-based hero that we have to fight. I may say hero because, Alright, so we actually picked up a weapon last time. It turns me into an electric unicorn, and you'll see it more later on in this playthrough. But it works for what it's needed. But there's very few times when I can actually find some uses for it. Still, it's pretty cool the way they have it set up. Now, one thing I should mention, I think this is the first stage where I've come across an area where I need the boss's weapons to open up to that actually shows me that I need the boss's weapons to come back and open up a few things. You can tell just because of those giant rocks that this is going to be something that I have to come across and overtake later. So there's a lot of it seems to be a lot of reasons to come back and play here. That one got me. That was like I didn't expect it to kill me, but it did. So whatever. So while we're here, this was actually so far the hardest stage. Yes, the stage itself was it's not nearly as hard as the buzzsaw from last episode, but the buzzsaw was a one-off. That was the only hard part of the stage, and look, it got me. The stage got me more times than I want to admit, but it's it's a fun. Okay, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. It happened. It happened. But no, just like you learn, you get better. I have my little feet dangling. It's so a little adorable. Just back in, just kind of hanging up there. So yeah, this was a very vertical stage that you kind of have to come across. It was a different than some of the other stages that we had gone through on this playthrough so far. So it did kind of throw me for a loop because it almost seems like this one was this stage was done early on in the production cycle because there's so much going on with it. It looks like they had a lot of extra time. I don't know if this is true, but it feels that way, and it just kind of makes sense. Still, the stage so far. Again, we haven't gone through a lot of the other ones, but so far the stage has a lot of content that just makes it engaging. It's there's multi-levels, there's these things, there's a variety of puzzles you kind of have to solve. It's a very lateral puzzle you see here. And I realize I don't have the damn weapon to break a brick, and of course the stupid electrified buzzsaws. And I do kind of like the way they show that an instant kill is purple electricity, as opposed to old school Megaman where it was just a spike. Like any spike or certain objects would just insta kill you. At least with this one, anything that is a purple electrical, circuit outlet, doodle bobs, it's going to kill you. And this is the part where like knowing some of the less useful abilities come in handy. You see, I'm kind of stuck here because I can't hit this weapon, and I can hit it. It's just I didn't hit it. I didn't know about it, so I got dead. But coming through it the second or third time, I know what I'm coming across, so it's not a problem. I was actually hoping that I can get it with the frost weapon, but as you can see here, yeah, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't have as much of a drop off as I thought it was gonna have. So I pretty much just gave up on this life, and just wanted to see if I can do something real fast. And no, it didn't work. Because again, I have to prepare down weapons, and I have a feeling one of the other weapons that that I get from one of the bosses is going to change that. So if I'd come back here with, I don't know, maybe not Mighty Number 8's or Mighty Number 4's weapon, you know, we could have easily been able to take those out. But yeah, well, there's ways around it. But the game is. I'm still hearing a whole bunch of flack from this, and I'm also noticing that, you know, nobody even watches these things. Probably due to the fact that the game itself has such negative reviews, and I don't know. The game's fun. The game is Mega Man. I backed it. You know, I knew going in what it was gonna be, and look, if you're a fan of old school Mega Man, this game is the game that you could just pick up and play like an old school Mega Man. You don't. This game was made by the guy who made Mega Man. But whatever. Either way, as long as I'm having fun, it really doesn't matter. The whole world can just pretty much hate this game, and I'm gonna love it. Speaking of hatred, you know, here we come with the most difficult boss I've come across so far. And he's difficult for one reason. And you're gonna see it. It's gonna be the first thing he does, and it's gonna be the thing he does 90% of the time. No, not pull down giant pillars. No, the giant pillars are fine. I actually got rid of a couple of fights that I was against this guy, just because a single fight can kind of show you, and will show you how he works and how to kill him. Okay, so I'm using the electric ability, and he's not taking extra damage or anything, but there's a reason. And also, if you look at the roof when he slams down, there's little dirt piles. So I'm just looking at those to just find an opening so I don't get hit. It's for this reason. It's for this reason. Like, he's gonna do. No, not that. Hurry up and do your little shield thing. All right. So what he does is he throws a. He rams you with the shield. There you go. That electric thing can just shoot and hit him through that. It doesn't take much, but I mean, it's better than not being able to hit him at all, or maybe one or two busters. He has simple patterns once you figure out his movement, and this ability, electric ability, is actually pretty useful. It does consistent damage, and all you have to do is stay, you know, within a half screen with him, or a third of screen, just to be safe. Otherwise, you'll break the connection. And when he's purple and you can do that, it still absorbs a lot of his damage. And again, so I know now that if I had come in with a having fought a different Robot Master or Mighty Number, like, you know, this guy would probably be a bit more difficult. I might not have been able to have such an easy time with him, or be able to do consistent damage like I'm doing with the little electric boogaloo. See, here I'm jumping back and forth with the bullets now because, you know, I ran out of electric ability, and it charges, but you don't get that much. You don't get that much in the way of charge overall. So, no, it's just one of those things. The game itself is designed fairly well, that I don't have to lock myself out of a boss fight because I died and I lost I have none of his weakness ability or ability that makes the fight super easy. While him right now is not super easy, you know, he's still not as difficult as he would have been without the stupid little electric gun. You know, so Dinah, as well as being one of the more interesting character designs, in my opinion, you know, she did give me a very useful weapon for a specific situation, which, you know, that's all I care for when it comes to Robot Masters. You know how many times I played a Mega Man game and I use like one ability through the entire game because the others are complete uselessness. Or what was it? The iron bubbles, the lead bubbles from like Megaman 2. Megaman 2, I used it for a boss fight, and I used it to kill one enemy in this one specific situation because it was at such a downward angle. I never did the spinny top. I never did any of the spinny top moves from like Mega Man 4, Mega Man 5. I don't know. There was one where you kill Top Man and he gives you a little ballerina pirouette. Anyways, so here we go. We're taking out the Seismic's Seismic Soul. Well, actually, I think for the most part we're like taking out the virus within him. From what I'm gauging from the story, it's still a little. I'm not 100% certain. Still, that was Seismic's level for Mighty Number 9, and now I have the ability to become, you know, what every boy dreams of, a tractor trailer. Yes. I lose my feet. I gain treads. At this point, I'm pretty much becoming a Metabot. I just, you know, take a part, replace it with another thing. Yeah. Either way, this has been fun. I shall see you later. Bye.
Let's go!